you please put your hands together and welcome the committee of the Executive Youth Club, Chairman Sam Fraser and your Secretary,
Tom Hepworth. So Sam, just so everybody's clear now, what exactly is Executive Youth? You've hinted at it, but what is it?
So I think Executive Youth is that space between 40 and dead where you can't quite believe that you've fully grown up. So like 10 minutes ago, you were charging up the stairs on the double-decker to get to the back seat on the top deck. And in the next, you're being asked about your pension arrangements and whether you've paid up your national insurance stamp. That is the space I'm talking about. Does that resonate with you?
Sort of, for me, it's kind of, you're meant to be adulting, but you've still got that feeling inside that you sat outside the headmaster's office about to get a bollocking, basically.
Yeah, you're getting cataracts in your eyes, but you've still got a twinkle in them too. That's Executive Youth. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're an Executive Youth in that space between 40 and dead, could you give us a big whoop? Woo! Fantastic. So, here we are in our very special club, and this is our inaugural meeting. So, first of all, I'm going to ask you, Tom, if you've ever been any kind of clubs yourself before.
I'm not really a clubby person, but I'm in a part of a chainsaw collective, which I guess qualifies as a club. But me and a couple of neighbours go out and liberate trees that have fallen down and chop them up and then burn them. But other than that, I suppose kind of Scouts was the last sort of proper club I was involved in for a long time. But I was forced out. I was binned off from Scouts because they have patrols, and all the patrols are like named after really hard birds of prey, you know, falcons, eagles, jackdaws, ravens, you know, birds with attitude. But our patrol is called Peewit Patrol. And
hold on a second, Peewit's like little small passive kind of birds?
That's absolute legends. They've got a great call, they go like that, and they're little, and you get them around estuaries and stuff, and they've got that funny little, kind of quirky little sort of backwards knob thing on their head. It's a feather, obviously. I'm not an ornithologist, but they're great. But they were the only like non-aggressive bird, and I started they wanted the scout leader, who was we called him Loose Brain through Spoonerisms. He was actually Bruce Lane, but he got it into his head that he wanted all of his patrols, all 6 of them, to be hard and like tough birds of prey. So he decided to rename the Peewits the Osprey Patrol, and we weren't having any of that. We were Peewits, and we were proud. So I led a campaign of civil disobedience, and indeed, to be fair, like any sort of rebellion, it was ruthlessly suppressed, and it ended with me leaving the scouting movement.
Well, that's a terrible loss. Okay, so that's made me think about, I was in the Brownies. Was anybody else a Brownie? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was in the Brownies in Romford in Essex, which is where I come from. So do you know Romford? It's yeah. Oh, I can only commiserate. And sometimes, people do say to me, "Oh, you sound way too posh to be an Essex girl." And I'm like, but I really am. I've chucked out my white stilettos, Tom, but I do still drop my chips when I orgasm. So you can take the girl out of Essex. In the Brownies in Romford, our brown owl, we had a brown owl and a tawny owl, and the tawny owl was had up for shoplifting, so she had to leave, and my mum came in as a sort of substitute. Yeah.
Did she get her own owl name? Because they should all have, was she like little-eared owl or snowy owl or something?
Oh no, they sound really benign, and there was really nothing benign about my mother, but she was quite glamorous, and the only thing that she could offer the Brownies was, like, people would do the sewing things and then make the cakes for the vicar and that sort of thing. My mum brought in all of her nail varnishes and she painted all of Brownie's nails. So, this is probably in, the mid-late 70s, whereas probably there is a badge now for nails and eyelashes, I'm sure. But back in the day, she just, alienated all of the local head teachers who were phoning in. So that was terrible. So we had the tawny owl who was done for shoplifting and did a non-custodial sentence.
What happened? Was tawny owl allowed back?
Do you know, I don't know, because at that point we left because I had to leave with my mother. But it did leave me with a lasting suspicion of authority and organised clubs. So I haven't been a great club member, I have to say. That's why I've had to make my own. Can we have a whoop for the Executive Youth Club? Thank you.
So in order to be in a club, obviously, you've got to fulfil the membership criteria. Now, I often sort of think is you know when you're in a club. For example, you know when you're in Scouts when you have a fascination with fire or with saluting and stuff like that. For me, that's all I remember, apart from the ruthless suppression of Peewit.
Actually, sorry, before we move on, because we need to introduce you in a more formal way. You're actually named for a quite political person in the past, aren't you? Your mum called you Tom.
Yeah.
After Thomas à Becket.
Yeah, Archbishop of Canterbury, who said it like he was, but before he was brutally murdered by that bastard Henry II. Well, there you go. No, I love history. But yeah, it was. I am named after Thomas à Becket. That's got nothing to do with Scouts.
About rebellion and...
He was the Archbishop of Canterbury. Name me someone less rebellious than that.
Oh, okay. I'm not really good at history, so sorry about that.
That's all right. I'll be forgiven.
Just going to see, is anybody else here a member of a club now, or have you been in a club and been thrown out of a club? Put your hands up if you've been a club member. I'm looking at Gary from Poole. Oh, hold on a second. There's a lady next to Gary from Poole. Who are you, my love?
My name's Janet, and I left Southbourne 5 years ago, and I've just come back to visit that my chief book club organiser. So I was in a club that's been going for 8 years, Southbourne Book Club.
Oh, how lovely. And you're still a member?
I'm not a member now, I'm a business type, but they allow me to go on days out.
Where'd you go? How do you go Jane Austen land?
Now we go drink.
We also do cruising.
But that's what book clubs are, isn't it? Book clubs they're just reasons to breathe, as far as I'm concerned.
So Linda's being very polite because she hasn't told you that I got keys out of said book club.
Did you? Helen, what the hell did you do?
I didn't like reading books, I like drinking wine and going out. So we created a splinter group for a period of time. Like, that's exactly what we did, just go get shit-faced.
I do. Any other club members?
It's our chairman.
Oh yes, I'm part of the swimming group. Yeah, very middle class or executive youth organisation. Yeah, it's very, very good for you. We get up in the morning about 7 o'clock, swim through different places. Our chairman at the back pretending he's not involved in the main.
How many members?
Well, it's about 25.
25 at the moment, 65 adults per year.
Oh, I see, that's really good.
Yeah, I believe.
Wild swimming.
Wow. They're swimming more deeply, and the name of our group is the Reservoir Frogs.
Please tell me you're named after colours. Are you Mr. Orange?
I'll be Mr. Pink, yeah.
Sorry, I have seen this a lot on the beach, and I mean, it's not that I ever bring myself to do.
Yeah, dry rave wankers. They're very good for shoplifting as well.
What's the name?
Tony.
Tony is a big lad. I saw he's a big lad from the start to finish.
But maybe not so much in January, eh?
Gary.
Because I'm a cadets captain at school.
Army cadets.
Yep, we went home camping one day, all camping the lot, summer's day. I did my paper round, went saw an old deer I did everything. I thought fucking World War III had started. I would have jumped nobody to this. And full army gear.
Fantastic. And Gary, how old were you at this point?
I was about 60.
16. And were you as tall as you are now? Because Gary's very tall.
Yes, I was about 6 foot when I was born.
Oh, that's true. But how tall are you now?
6'4".
So Gary's 6'4", and you would have been joining. I hate to say this because we've got to just pick him up here. You mentioned an old deer.
All right. One by very lovely lovely ladies that I used to deliver to. She's about 86.
Okay, so she's a more senior member of the executive.
Gary, when you said you deliver what did you deliver? Arms or what?
No, we are at the Echo.
Oh, right, okay, I missed that.
Any other club members? Anybody else like Helen thrown out? Everybody else was compliant and obedient.
So Helen and I are the only people to get kicked out of the club. All power to you, Helen.
Okay, so clubs. You mentioned there, Tom, like reasons that we know we're an executive youth, and this is one of them. Trying to ease myself into a chair.
Just getting out of it was difficult.
So it is. Well, what is it about your week that's made you feel like your membership age?
I think it's actually, funnily enough, it's when you sort of bend down to tie your shoelaces or get up off a chair. I've had a really busy week this week, and I've started making noises like Roger Moore losing a fight. You know, it's like. And it's totally involuntary. It genuinely is. I love Roger Moore as it is, but now I'm kind of like I'm channeling Rog.
So I love, and I have to say, Tom has a repertoire of impressions that he does, but Roger Moore is his favourite because actually it's quite a refined oof, isn't it, that he does?
Yeah, it is.
It's funny.
It comes from a place of pain.
Because lovely Chris Main is with us this morning. He's the former mayor of Bournemouth. And when I put this out on social media, you know you're an executive youth when, he put, my biggest daily challenge is putting my socks on in the morning and cutting my toenails.
Are they particularly tough, Chris?
It's just an effort.
I don't know how old you are.
No, do you want to know? 81.
The toenails, I think, do become a bit of an issue later on, don't they?
They do, certainly, yeah. Well, you know, bend it over. There's a £20 note on the floor, pick it up quickly.
But yes, grooming and self-care a little bit harder.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I think it's amazing, though. You so still involved with the local community? That's the thing that's keeping you young, right?
Oh, yeah, no, very much so, you know. Love doing what I do in Southbourne for Fisherman's Walk. So much to do down in Bournemouth Town Centre for St Peter's Church, all the sport events go on there. And so involved with the Bournemouth Evening Cricket League as well, which I suppose I could sound a member of that club if you when it comes to clubs. I've been involved playing cricket with them since 1971, although I'm a non-playing member now, I should say.
I'm a non-playing member of several clubs. Oh, pardon, but
Definitely, as a non-playing member, just gonna have a drink in the bar, that's the thing.
that's my kind of membership.
I'm detecting a theme here.
I'm just actually, while we're talking about, you were in executive youth when, I'm just going to, I've picked up a couple of these from social media, and I'm sure that Helen won't mind me reading her one, which is, she said, I knew I was in executive youth when my partner and I started playing Give Us a Clue every day. Not for fun, but because I can describe a word in forensic detail and still not remember the word itself. So she gave me a couple of examples. Pass me the long silver thing for food. Not a knife, the stabby one. Fork! The word was fork. Oh, I like this one. She said, I need the thingy. The round thing. You use it in the kitchen. Spins round. Aid, I'm assuming this is you. Microwave? No. Washing machine? No. Air fryer? Yes. No. Wait. Blender. And I don't know if that resonates with you, but it certainly resonates with me.
What if you're like...
Can't find words.
Oh, if you do the action, it helps, I find.
Oh, yeah, that's so true. And in fact, that brings me on to this book. I don't know if anybody else knew this book in the 1980s. It's called The Meaning of Life.
It's brilliant. It's basically a dictionary of place names all around the world and those place names are used to describe things for which there are not words. So actually, what you've described, Helen, has an actual word.
Well,
yeah.
Kind of. Okay, so this was one of my favourite ones. It's called scothrop, a verb, to make vague opening or cutting movements with the hands when wandering about looking for a tin opener, scissors, etc., in the hope that this will help in some way.
Where is Scothrop?
I don't know where Scotland.
There's a little map.
Oh, is it? Oh God, I don't know. Well, you get...
Scotland.
Oh, it's Scotland.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
It's too. I can't see it. It's too small.
Tom and I have known each other for probably about 20 years, and although we had very different upbringings, we did clearly share a lot of similar tastes. And you had 2 copies of this.
I've got the extended version, but I remember that exact same book from the 80s, and I loved it. I love words. There's a word called dobwalls, which is the encrusted bit of tomato sauce or anything on a sauce bottle, you know, all that gets around the lid. Also used for like bits of food that stick on bowls and stuff in the dishwasher that don't get them off. But Wimbledon's a very executive youth word, isn't it?
So we were talking about this book the other day, which is, by the way, by Douglas Adams and John Lloyd. So it's a quality book. And Tom said, "Do you remember Wimbledon?" I remember he said, "Look up Wimbledon."
Do you want me to read
I want you to read it.
Wimbledon is...
Executive youth pause for glass.
Far away things are good. Close up things are not. Where's it gone? Wimbledon. The last drop, which, no matter how much you shake it, always goes down your trouser leg. You won't catch me wearing beige-coloured chinos.
I'm just thinking about when you can't find the words. I actually have had that problem in stressful situations all my life. And I don't know if there are any other women that might have struggled in the past when you're in a situation with a new partner. Like, I remember being in a car with a new boyfriend. It's much younger. I'm going to say this. You're going to hate this. And he was really tailgating, and I thought, we're going to smash into this. We're going quite fast.
Your boyfriend was tailgating?
Boyfriend was tailgating, yeah.
Are you in convoy?
No, I was sitting next to him. He was driving. How difficult is it?
You weren't into yourself in the park? Oh, that would be weird.
I was being driven.
Right.
He was speeding,
Yeah.
and I was feeling a bit anxious. And then I wanted him to brake, and I went, "Miles, James, Hamish!" And they were 3 previous boyfriends.
What did he do?
Well, he braked, but he did look twice at me askance. And Willie didn't last, so no.
And what was he called?
Peter.
And the next time, was it Miles, James, Hamish, Peter? Yeah, each time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great memory game.
Well, yeah, it is. All your lovers recalled in a moment of high stress and adrenaline. Anyway, so thanks for that one, Helen. Do we all resonate with that? Losing words, finding words. It's obviously quite tricky in broadcasting when you're live broadcasting.
Oh, that's so difficult. It really is. I've only had a sort of a moment once when I've completely forgotten what I was going to say, and it feels like hours passes, and you're going.
Yeah, live reporting.
Yes, time slows down. And you just feel awful when that happens. It's only happened once so far, touching wood.
And I have to say, because in your role you often do use auto cue, and I'm just going to say that
only a guide.
Weather presenters don't have any auto cue. We are ad-libbing all the way through.
I know, but you also do have tales of the unexpected hand movements, don't you?
I don't know. This is my famous hand. This is the one I do the prevailing winds with.
The real difficulty is the Weymouth bottom is always the problem. Weymouth is. Oh, I feel sorry for Weymouth.
So people, when you say that you're going to do weather presenting, obviously people think that it's all about cold fronts and isobars, unseasonably warm temperatures. What it's actually about is tits and arse and where you place them. Sort of in central southern, I'm aiming to have my tits pointing at Petersfield and my arse in the general direction of Weymouth. But I think what you're referring to is the complaints that we get
from in Weymouth who can't see their town.
I take half a step backwards. Yes. Moving swiftly on. I've got another one of, you're in executive youth when here. This is from Julian, who is a member listening in Thailand. So the Thailand chapter.
International club, just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's all about the forgetfulness that happens. So he says he was driving 60 miles from Bournemouth to Centre Parks at Longleat when he realised halfway that his suitcases were still at home. And another time, halfway to Bournemouth town centre to take my wife shopping, I noticed I'd left her at home. So that, yeah. So are you plagued by forgetfulness yet?
I forget.
Oh, so cheap. And just finally on this subject here, Poole is in the room with us, and this is another language-based one. So, Poole, do you want to tell us yourself? If I come over there with the thing, you can.
Orange or Steve?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of lolly weather, isn't it?
It sort of is.
Is right? You bring ice to this one.
Well, in my other life, I have been a vicar, although I'm a writer mostly. And if you've ever been at a church wedding, there's that strange bit where, in the old days, they had to fill in the registers. And that was every vicar's nightmare if it went wrong, because if they signed in the wrong page, with all the excitement, you'd have to do the whole lot, and there'd be a sort of 20-minute break. Anyway, so be really concentrate, put your sign there, sign there, sign there. And then you step back, you take away 3 of the registers, leave 1, and the photographer comes in and takes the set picture. And then there's a little bit at the side where I'm looking to make polite conversation. And on this particular occasion, and I felt particularly old and muddled when I said to the bride's mother, who was wearing something you quite often wear weddings, "Oh, love, I do like your titillator." and she looked like me like she just swallowed something all. I think you mean fascinator, vicar. And I hate to think, what went on in the rest of the evening. The vicar was coming on to me over the registers.
Lovely tissulators. Thank you. Oh, round of applause.
It's a high-stakes game, weddings, isn't it? I did do a bad forgetful thing at a wedding. It was my cousin's wedding, and I've got 2 cousins, both of them lasses, and the younger one was getting married, and the older one had just split up from her husband, going through a painful divorce and things. And I got to the church really, really late, saw them, and I've not seen them for a little bit, saw them outside the church. The bride hadn't quite got there, but the bridal party was there, and the bridesmaids were all in green, and I rushed up to the church to get a seat, because I wanted to get in there as quickly as possible, and said to the bridesmaid who was going through a breakup, said, "Oh, congratulations, you look wonderful," but sat down, only then realised halfway through the ceremony that wasn't the bride. I've got my cousins mixed up. I've never really lived that down. She was wearing green. I mean, what bride? A bridal colour. I've never known of a bride wearing green.
You can wear any colour you like now. My friend got married in deep red. I mean, I think that's a statement. Anyway, moving to Lyon, I was going to tell you about something that made me feel my executive youth real membership age, which was I had to do a job application this week. I don't know if anybody has recently filled in. It's so Helen is looking at me because I'm sure you'll have had the same experience. The thing is, this was different because it only had 2 boxes for your education, and I'm not being fun or anything, people, but I've got 3 degrees, and also I was chucked out of a variety of schools, so I've got a lot of educational establishments to name.
Did you put C appendix?
Well,
and then
I should have done.
Or lose all the vowels and squash it all together like in shorthand.
Yeah, text speak, Twitter language, or X, whatever we call it now. But it was, so I was really pushed, I didn't know how to cram it all in. And then it said something like, name any positions of responsibility you held at your college or further establishment. And I'm thinking, well, I'm pretty sure that they don't want to hear about, my experience at Warwick University Drama Society in 1989. That's just, it's 40 years ago. So
what did you put? Did you make? Have you got a CV lie? I mean, there's rich territory in that.
I did. I tried to leave it blank.
Chairman of the Decimalisation Committee.
No, but I wish I'd thought of that. But actually, I had to fill it. I tried to submit it. It wouldn't let me. I had to fill it in. So I made something up. I said that I was the ambassador of the distance learning students.
Hang on. Did they have distance learning in
So-
1989.
No, it wasn't. No, I was doing this in like the late 90s. It took me 5 years to get my master's because, you know, I thought it'd be really easy. I thought it'd be easy because I was pregnant. I was thinking, oh, you know, the baby just sleeps, so I'll write my dissertation then. So I've completed all the taught modules, had the baby in 1998, and I didn't achieve my degree till 2002. So there you go. That's the truth. That's the reality of motherhood. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, there was an absolute devastating nightmare experience of my application.
What was the job? Lion tamer?
It wasn't. It was a really boring marketing and comms job. But you've said lion tamer.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I did actually... Does everybody know J Miller's Circus? No. It's sometimes out on Verwood. And I was offered a job as the knife thrower's assistant.
Oh, you told me this before, haven't you? Yeah. What happened to your previous assistant? Had she grown out of the kind of space of safety? Or
Well,
what?
she had grown out of the leotard.
Right.
Yeah.
So literally, I've got a spare leotard.
I had this leotard, and I'll fit. Unfortunately, I wasn't in a position to take the job up at the time. It was 8 shows a week plus, 3 on Sunday.
Was it? I mean, if you was the smaller you are, the better probably the chance of survival you'd have.
Well, that's the thing. It must become quite hazardous to get to put on weight. No, yeah, but I'm quite a small person, so I mean, I've often thought I would make like a good. You know, what's the person that's
You've had one of these moments when I know.
the one that sits at the front of the boat on the Oxford and Cambridge?
Cox.
I couldn't remember. I made a good one of those. Because I'm a coxswain.
Do you like drinking the Thames?
I've not tried.
Brown sludgy poo water. No. Maybe the job's not for you.
I don't think the job. I won't get the job anyway because I've also worked out that the algorithm just spits me out as soon as it sees my age.
Just like Thames water.
I am just an unpleasant mouthful. Anyway, so we've talked about what's made me feel old this week. Should we talk about somebody who is actually having a moment today? Because Pete, I think I'm coming over because I think I've actually got a birthday.
It's birthday, isn't it?
Yes. Pete, can you just tell us today how old you are? Well, Pete, happy birthday. So it's the 30th of May. Which year? That's going to be 1976. 76. And can I ask you, what have you had in birthday so far?
Croissant hill, yeah. Good puzzle.
Well, I think that's a bloody good start. And you've had you're having a lovely morning with us here in the Executive Youth Club. Well, you're very welcome. Happy birthday to Pete, everybody. Anybody have any memories of 1976? What do people say? What's the... Yeah, it was a long, hot summer of 1976. But actually, my favourite memory from 1976 was, who remembers this famous sketch in The Two Ronnies? It was the 4 candles. That's my... Obviously now, Pete is going to be something that I think about when I think about 1976. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how you feel about The Two Ronnies, absolute heroes.
Yeah, legends. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's actually Two Ronnies' connection in the meaning of live. Saffron Walden, near your old neck of the woods, is this particular sort of jacket that Ronnie Barker would wear. Often orange, sometimes checked. But it's a special Ronnie Barker jacket.
Fantastic.
In the meaning of live. All I remember of 76, I was like really little, but I just remember like using cigarette packets as building blocks at home.
Were you terribly, terribly poor?
No, but I got through 40 Regal a day.
Okay, so we'll move on.
I know a song about 1976.
Oh,
Well, it's not. I don't know if it's a vintage of 1976. This is like 1983 vintage, but I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Because 1976, the Queen pulled down her nicks. She licked her bum and said "yum yum" in 1976. So do you not sing that at school?
No.
Oh. No, I'm not. No, it's just me then.
honestly, I don't know who you were hanging out with.
1976, the better call them the Spygate football team, Southampton. They won the FA Cup in 1976. So yeah, Manchester United in the cup final. In fact, that brilliant goal by Bobby Stokes. Probably if there'd been VAR in those days, it might not even been allowed.
So, Chris, you're talking about Southampton. You're looking at Tom as if he is a Saints supporter, but...
Are you from?
No, not at all. No.
Go on, you can reveal your unusual...
I support the cup winners from 1978, Ipswich Town. The mighty Tractor Boys, yes. It's going to be playing Bournemouth in the Premier League next season. I'm probably losing all of our games, but hey, never mind.
Well, hope springs eternal.
It's the hope that kills you. That's the problem.
We're going to come to a new bit of the podcast now, which is where we open the jumble box. So I don't know if you were at the Brownies or Scouts, we certainly had a big box of tat in the corner, and any old shit went in it, basically. And then when it was the jumble sale, it would all come out and you'd be fighting over it. So this is a section where you can just bring anything. So it could be a music track or an artifact, a book, whatever.
You've brought. Well, we did.
prepared this.
There's a little bit of planning in this. We've both brought something. haven't we? We've both brought tea towels.
Yes, we brought tea towels, and I've brought this one. This is from my parents' effects, and we were never allowed to use this at home. But
You need white gloves to do that.
it's not quite. So don't you see this? This is a tea towel commemorating the 1969 moon landing. Tom, do you want to maybe describe it for people?
Yeah, no, this is it's one of the most colourful tea towels I've ever seen. We've got a Saturn V rocket and the moon, and the conquest of space, Apollo 11. We've got all the astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins on their Loneliest Man on the
No,
universe.
not loneliest. No, he was. Well, they said that, but it was solitude, not loneliness. There's a difference.
He was happy. He probably did. He like them?
What, the other guy?
Yeah. Do we know much about him?
I think they all liked each other. I mean, I think.
Well, you'd have to, wouldn't you, really? But it's going on with the colouring sort of thing. I mean, it's really, you can tell it's the 60s. Although it might be the 90s looking at these Dayglow gloves. But there's loads of little, there's loads of little pools of different colour on the moon, as though, like, I don't know, maybe someone's been paintballing on there before they've arrived. Quick, hide!
I love this because I'm a massive space fan, and I didn't really know much about the moon landing until the 50th anniversary in 2019. That was
What?
the first time. I know. Well,
What? Hang on, where were you?
Well,
all of that time. Surely you were aware of it.
obviously, this year, 1969 in July, I was just a few months old because I am a 69 birthday, year of the cock. I don't know if there any other 69 in the audience. Yay, Joe, yeah. The 69ers are in.
I've heard that.
But I love the fact that these men were all like super young. They're all under 40. They weren't in executive youth. And the guys back at Mission Control at Houston, their average age was 27. And the technology they had to get them to the moon was less advanced than your phone in your pocket now.
That's a lot of maths.
And I just think that story is amazing. And the Michael Collins, how courageous. It's all right to take off, and I do find all of that stuff incredibly arousing. I like the countdown. I like the T-minus 10. Yeah.
What?
And the blast off.
What, visually or like just the vibe?
The vibe, the power.
So if someone said, Houston, this is T-minus 30 seconds, we have main engine ignition now, you'd be...
Moist.
I mean never to talk like that ever again.
I love it, We have cleared the tower. Oh my God.
For a stage separation.
Honestly, it all really, really gets me. So I love the story, and the idea that you blast off and you've no idea you might get to the moon. There's no guarantee you're going to get back. I mean, wow. I would love to meet Michael Collins. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any of them left, but they did live to a ripe old age.
I've got a book called you'd like this. It's called Moondust, and it was interviews with all of the astronauts who went onto the moon, and it was really interesting. Can't remember it now, obviously. I can watch whole films and just not remember stuff, but Yeah, God, that's really courageous, isn't it? Think that you go out, you may be back, you may not, just like us.
Thanks, or it might die on a distant star. No, I love that story, and I think that what happened was we all landed on the moon, and then it was like no biggie, so we stopped talking about it, and I like to talk about it. Anyway, so that was my mum's tea towel that we were never allowed to use. I'm going to pop it in the jumble box with love. What about you? You brought your...
I'm still thinking now, like, would it hurt if you were hit by paintballs on the moon? Because it'd be really cold, so it'd be really old. But then it's in the gravity of Earth. No, there is gravity. It's like a fifth, so it wouldn't hurt. It'd be like slow motion paintball, wouldn't it?
Well, we may one day have the opportunity to find out. But you've brought a tea towel as well.
I have, yes. This was a gift from a friend. And I was talking... You know when I said, like, the Archbishop of Canterbury's not, a rebellious character? Well, back in the day, obviously, religion played a massive part in life in medieval times. And you got a lot of pilgrims. Now, at pilgrim sites like Canterbury or Walsingham and places like that, you'd have sometimes nuns, sometimes just people who like working with metal, and they'd make these little badges for pilgrims to prove that they've been on a pilgrimage. And this is a tea towel of pilgrim badges. But there's a bit of a theme here, and all of these are genuine pilgrim badges. So, Sam, how would you describe what's on my tea towel?
I've just spotted that one. I don't know if I have the language. There are a number of members in the room, and there are a number of members on this tea towel. That's quite extraordinary. That's extraordinary.
All of these were badges worn by people who went to, religious sites back in the day.
But they've been sexed up, right?
No. This is exactly how they are. I've got a few at home. I've got a cock and balls in a frying pan. I genuinely have.
I'm not worried about your cock and balls. Are these
Yeah. These are absolutely as they were. So you'd have there's a boat crewed entirely by knobs. You've got you've got a vulva riding a horse with a crossbow. You've got a winged willy with a crown on his head.
Nothing new under the sun. What's that? Is it like a pouch of knobs?
It's a purse of knobs.
I don't know. You've got children.
Yeah, this is an adult tea towel.
And again, it's going to be one that's like put back in the cupboard and never comes out. So special occasions.
Special occasions. Yeah.
Well, Tom, I wasn't expecting that.
I know you weren't. That's why I brought it.
That does bring me actually to.
I am actually designing the tea towel myself. Actually.
Are you?
Yeah, it's really difficult. I do this thing where, like, sort of every couple of weekends and for a couple of weeks for my holidays, I'll dress up as a Tudor person and bake bread.
This is something that some of your colleagues know about, and not everybody. But now the whole world will know that you're a reenactor. So I used to go and see the Sealed Knot, which is a whole reenactment society, I think. And we used to call them the Sealed Nutters because I was like, who the hell wants to dress up in woolly tights and spend their summers? Yeah.
Civil War. I'm more
like... I met you, and it turns out.
I'm more like medieval and Tudor. So I was like last weekend when it was like super, super hot, I was wearing wool, and the only bits of my skin on show were my hands and my face, and I had a big hat on as well with one of these pilgrim badges on it.
Very flashy.
Yeah, it was really good. Basically this guy, I always did this from when I was about 10 onwards. This guy in Suffolk had bought this old Elizabethan mansion. It was all falling to bits. And to keep it open, he got 200 people to all dress up and play the parts of all walks of life of Tudor life. So my mum saw like a little small ad in a newspaper and went along, and then dragged the whole family along, and that became like our family holiday. So I've known nothing else really. I've barely been outside, outside Britain. But I've been back in time, which is good. All the way.
So where were we? So last weekend was a bank holiday weekend. You were in 1512 or?
No, 1400, super early. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I was playing the part of a medieval pig farmer, and I had two sons. John the pig and Tom the sheep. And Tom the sheep was really good. He looked after all my sheep. But John the pig, terrible. Didn't exist. I made him up. And all like visitors come round and look, and there's all 200 people all doing their thing, and yeah, it's crazy. But I have to wear hose, it's not like I'll just stand up here. I've got trousers on, right? Hose very similar in medieval times, except they don't have zips.
Oh, okay. So this is
the old chap has a bit of an issue.
Do you have a codpiece?
Yeah, in later years you have a cod piece, but I had a cod flap this time. So it's like a triangle. If you imagine like the legs of your trousers, and it sort of ends at the groin area, and you've got this flap that attaches with 2 points up here, and then the point of the triangle, like on Biffin Bridge, right? Like the bars.
The what?
The bars. Did you know what I'm talking about? The bit between the
Does everybody know what the Bars is? Biffin Bridge. Did anybody heard of these things?
No, it's real words. They're real words. It's like kind of, I guess, like the perineum area, like back of the scrotum, just before the arse. Biffin Bridge.
Do you mean I didn't know it was called that?
That's what it's called. Anyway, but it's sewed on there. It flaps up to cover your cods, your bits, and in really hot weather, and it was. You can waft it and get a good, cold air down. But it looks really, really dodgy. I'm looking around at everybody's expressions. It's like, oh my God.
Very stimulating. Okay, so
need it. It's cod flap aircon. It's the way forward.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to come near your cod flap or your cods, or is that the balls?
Yeah, your cods is the whole package.
Oh, is it?
It's the old chap as well. But it's good for like easy access if you want to let him out for a little run around or whatever, right? But in later years, so like from your 1560s onwards, particularly if you had a bit of money, you'd have a cod piece, which was basically a kind of a bulbous barrage balloon sort of show knob that was attached to the front of your cod flap to kind of go, hey, here it is, ladies.
I'm thinking about the wild swimmers. Do we need show knobs for the wild swimmers?
Occasionally chases it up, yeah. Special occasion.
You can put bells on it.
This morning.
Oh gosh. Well, we've learnt something about you, Tom, that we never knew, and I know that you do love to inhabit that world. It makes you very uncontactable by modern technology, and it does drive me up the pole.
It's great. You could just switch off from like 21st century life and not look at your phone for days on end and tit about a lot, actually, to be fair.
You're a great titillator, as Paul would say. I think we probably need to start thinking about wrapping our podcast up. So the other thing that we do is we nominate an Executive Youth Club Member of the Week. And I wondered if you had someone you might nominate, because we can nominate a couple and maybe vote.
Well, he's won so many awards and trophies and so sort of, respected. But he's also a bit of a dude as well. I'm going to vote for, or suggest rather, Pep Guardiola, who's obviously the Man City manager who's left. He's won loads, and he's changed the way football sort of played, certainly at the top flight, and he just looks great as well. He's a good bloke. He's one of the people in that world that you could think, yeah, I'd go for a beer with him. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure he'd say yes if you were buying.
Yeah.
But I'm not a football person, but I did see that one of our friends was crying about Pep having left. She was up in Manchester. She was saying, these are my people, this is my city. Pep.
She was very emotional. I'm no word of a lie, she was crying.
So any man that can, make a woman react like that, it's almost like making a woman meow, isn't it? So Pep Guardiola. All right, I'm going to nominate...
You got a suggestion?
Yeah. I'm nominating Kylie Minogue because I've just been watching the Netflix series. And I've written about her actually on my Substack this week, which is the Executive Youth Club on Substack, because I think that, she's a year older than me. In fact, she had her birthday 2 days ago. So happy birthday, Kylie.
Fantastic as well, Kylie. Yeah. As do you, obviously, yeah.
With much, much less help, may I say. But I do think over 40 years, she's managed to reinvent herself. And I think that's certainly something that women are obliged to do. And she's done it really, really well. And she's sexy, and she's had a lot of really Helen is mouthing sexy men. She's had a lot of really sexy, handsome boyfriends, even if they've all been, yes, shits is the other thing that Helen's just mouthed.
Or met sticky ends.
Yeah. I don't want to think about sticky ends now. That need a codflap, don't they? A bit of wafting. So, and I think also Kylie has had a very interesting romantic life, and she represents the Gen X, the sort of Gen X attitude to relationships and sex. Because I was reading this report the other day that said that Gen X have had the most sex of any generation
Ever?
Yeah, I mean, as far as since the Kinsey report has been being done, which I suppose is the 60s, Gen X leads the field on the number of sexual partners. What? Hey, Miles, James, Hamish, Peter.
What's your stopping distance then?
11 miles an hour. That millennials are like the next ones down, and then Gen Z, they're not interested.
It's going monk, innit? They call it.
They call it.
Apparently so. So I'm led to believe, yeah.
Expect them all in 1412 with you.
The nuns, honestly, had a reputation of being a bit naughty.
Did they?
Well, that's partly why Henry VIII helped dissolve the monasteries.
I actually heard that nuns, if you're a woman and you didn't want to get married, marrying Jesus, throwing in your lot with him was what you did, because that's where you could get an education. Paul is looking at me. I'm right, aren't I? No.
I'm thinking more of them clutching their tea towels.
See, yeah, me and Jesus split up a long time ago. He still calls.
So you didn't say that, even if you're very close tailgating.
Yeah, what? Jesus Christ! I must remember him the next time. We'd already split up by then. Anyway, so Kylie is my nomination. Does anybody else have a nomination for an Executive Youth Club Member of the Week that we should grant honorary membership to in their absence today? No? Well, in which case, shall we just vote? So you've got the choice, Pep Guardiola or Kylie Minogue. She should be so lucky. I'm sorry. It has to be done.
I was going to vote for Kylie as well. Actually, no, I will. I can't not
Okay.
vote Kylie.
So, with a show of hands, if Pep Guardiola is your Executive Youth Club Member of the Week, raise your hand now.
2, 3, 4.
Kylie Minogue? By an absolute huge margin.
Can we not let both of them in? I like Pep, but I like Kylie more. Actually, that would be. Hey, imagine going to the pub with Pep and Kylie.
Well, I mean, I am imagining that, but again,
Yeah.
you'd have to get the show knob out. Anyway, okay, so Kylie is our Executive Youth Club Member of the Week. And we probably need to wrap this up. So I just want to say thank you very much for being with us this morning and giving up your time on a very hot day. Don't know who else has been poaching an egg between their breasts. It's been so warm, Tom. I mean, yours are almost as small as mine.
Steady.
But we would love you to join us on our journey with the Executive Youth Club, and there are lots of ways you can find us. There are little cards on the table with a QR code on the back which you can scan to sign up for our podcasts and our newsletter, and you can find us
On Insta, executiveyouthclub.com.
executiveyouthclub.com that's the website, that's not the Insta.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's just Executive Youth on Insta.
They'll never have us on Goal Hanger, you know that. Yes,
Email though.
Youth Club.
We're on that.
Yeah, if you want to email us, we are
The Executive Youth Club at gmail.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been bloody amazing. Thank you for being with us on the inaugural meeting of the Executive Youth Club.